In this week's movies, Philomena is the man who is tall, happy, and The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Candace, what were you thinking?
Please, just help me get through this trip.
Catching Fire is the follow-up to The Hunger Games and the second in what will be 4 movie adaptations of Suzanne Collins's fantastically successful book trilogy. In her review, MANOHLA writes, "It's largely satisfying as far as screen adventures go and comes fully loaded with special effects and action scenes and is embellished with the usual brand-name character actors."
Our species are the other victors.
A thrillingly atypical heroine, Katniss Everdeen, played by Jennifer Lawrence, is the heart, soul, and bloodied embodiment of the series. When the movie opens, she's crouching in a forest where she hunts game to feed her family. New director Francis Lawrence, who already knows his way around the post-apocalypse in movies, gives The Hunger Games a tougher, less sentimental quality this time around. There seems to be more kisses, but less mooning about.
Chins up, smiles on.
Catching Fire isn't a great work of art, but it's an often exciting movie, and it does something that even better, more artistically notable movies often fail to do. It speaks to its moment in time, in which the heroine fights her own battles and kisses and leaves the boys, only to sometimes save them.
Learning comes from asking, why do things work like that? Why not some other way?
Is the Man Who Is Tall Happy? Is an animated conversation between the French director Michel Gondry and the linguist, philosopher, and spectacularly prolific author Noam Chomsky. They're a charmingly unpredictable, appealing match.
Extremely rich interpretation of it.
In her review, MANOHLA writes, "This is a movie that celebrates the life of a great mind and makes a case for the mind that knows less but keeps on asking."
As you can see, I felt a bit stupid here.
Mr. Gondry decided to animate their conversations to reveal the filmmaking process which ordinarily remains hidden for the viewer's pleasure and manipulation. Blissfully unconventional as a documentary and as an intellectual endeavor, Is the Man Who Is Tall Happy won't tell you everything you've always wanted to know about Mr. Chomsky, but its modesty is one of its strengths, along with Mr. Gondry's entrancing, vibrant illustrations.
What makes you happy?
I don't really think about it much.
Philomena, how are you?
I'm all right.
Philomena is the story of a stubborn, kind-hearted Irish Catholic woman trying to discover what became of the son she was forced to give up as a teenager.
I don't think that's going to be possible.
Why not?
In his review, Stephen Holden writes, "It is a comedic road movie, a detective story, an infuriated anti-clerical screed, and an inquiry into faith and the limitations of reason rolled together."
That's my Anthony.
I met him.
Where?
Philomena, played by Judi Dench, meets Martin Sixsmith, a one-time BBC foreign correspondent, played by Steve Coogan. A cynic and an atheist, he persuades her to cooperate with him on a magazine article telling her story.
We're going to have to use your real name.
The movie can't resist finding comedy in this unlikely team.
Is that an interesting book? I've just finished mine.
Ms. Dench and Mr. Coogan hold the movie together and pull forward a story that ends where it began.
Horse trading.
Oh, mine's about horses.
In giving equal weight to Martin's skepticism and Philomena's faith, it manages to have its cake and eat it too.
She spent her whole life trying to find him.